would bow with me. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day you give us to play baseball. Lord, we just thank you that we've had a safe tournament thus far and hope that it continues to be that way. Lord, we want to thank you for putting your healing hand upon Sean Murray, the coach from North Carolina, who had a heart attack yesterday during one of the games. Lord, we just hope that you continue to keep your healing hand upon him and get him back to doing what he loves, and that's coaching baseball. Lord, we just ask that today that we remember that this is the day that you have made, and that we do what we should do and things that will honor you. We pray that everything we do will glorify your name. We ask that you keep everybody safe. For we ask this in Jesus' loving name. Amen.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we kick off coverage of Day 2 of the 2018 DYB Machine Pitch World Series. Coming to you live from Pennington Park in Lumberton, North Carolina, and brought to you live on the internet here at JockJive.com. This is Jason Thompson holding down the action on Field 3. We have 6 games scheduled for today. First action day here will start in the consolation bracket with Beulah, Alabama, and Searcy, Arkansas. Alabama lost 16-3 to Mississippi in 4 innings. I'm sorry, that was Arkansas losing 16-3 in 4 to Mississippi yesterday, and 16-4 in 4 innings over Louisiana. Alabama lost a tough 4-3 game to South Carolina, a team that won their pool, and then lost 15-7 to Georgia. As we see the teams finishing their lineups, there are the meeting at home plate with the home plate umpires. We're going to give you the Alabama team first. They're going to be batting. They're wearing their gold and black tops with the white and black stripe down the side and black pants. This is a lineup that'll be heading to the plate, starting with number 17, Harry Grant, playing in the pitcher circle. 7 is Connor Snedeker at third. 3 is Asher Arnett at second. 22 is Ryder Lowry at first. 2 is Carter Grant, the shortstop. 5 is Luke Woolley. 21 is Kelton Elliott. 10 is Colton Jones, the catcher. 99 is Jeremiah Peters. 6 is Cam Grant. 7 is our number 1 is Ethan Speed. And 11 is Briar Kilgore as the first pitch at 1:08 Eastern Time. He lets it ride. Rusty Arnett is your manager for Alabama with Jeff Woolley, Justin Grant, Damian Lowry, the assistant coaches. Ground ball to the left side, and it'll get through for a base hit. Go the leadoff single for Harry Grant. Defensively for Arkansas on the infield, which is from left to right, from third base to first, will be number 34, Caden Curtis. 37 is Bentley Smith. 7 is K.J. Rogers, and number 44 is Eli Seeger as Snedeker takes ball 1. The outfield from left to right is 27, Connor McInturf. The Rovers, number 30, DeAndre Shockley. Center fielder number 5 is Keaton Bradley. That's a swing and a miss. And number 2 is Brady Hopkins. Behind the plate is number 8, Blake Green. In the pitcher circle, actually don't have one of those. We'll have to get that for you. Looks like it's number 1. Throw to second in time for the force out. That'll go 6-4. That was Curtis to K.J. Rogers. Actually, Jace Rogers is number 1. He's playing in the pitcher circle. The Arkansas coaches are Patrick Green, Thomas Treese, Jordan Bradley, and Michael Rogers. The number you see on the screen is a number to text. It is not a number to call. It is a number to text. If you want to shout out your favorite player or team, you can do so. Shot is caught and dropped by the shortstop over to second for the out, and that's all they'll get. So that one will be another 6-4. As Ryder Lowry to the plate. 22 is Ryder Lowry. The winner of this one will advance to the championship game of the consolation bracket, where they will take on the winner of the other game going on right now with Chatham, North Carolina, and the host Lumberton. Mike Rideout's bringing the action over there on field 4. The winners will come here at 5:30. Chopper to the shortstop. He has it. He'll throw to second again for another 6-4 putout. So a leadoff hit and then 3 consecutive 6-4s. That is Bentley Smith over to KJ Rogers. So we will quickly head to the bottom of the first. And this is the lineup that Searcy, Arkansas is going to send to the plate. Number 2 is Brady Hopkins in right. 30 is DeAndre Shockley, the Rover. 37 is Bentley Smith at short. 8 is Blake Green behind the plate. 34 is Caden Curtis at third. 5 is Keaton Bradley in right center, or center field. 22 is Reed Bradley. 7 is KJ Rogers. 44 is Eli Seeger, the first baseman. Jace Rogers is number 1 in the pitcher circle. 9 is Xander Villa. And 27 is Tanner McInturf. As we mentioned, the manager is Patrick Green, Thomas Treese, Jordan Bradley, Michael Rogers, the assistant coaches. Defensively for Alabama. Across the infield from third to first. Number 7 is Connor Snediger. Shortstop is 2, Carter Grant. Second base is number 3, Asher Arnett. And 22 is Ryder Lowry, the first baseman. They have a bunch of outfielders listed. I guess they're going to be moving around, so we'll just list all of the outfielders. 5 is Luke Woolley. 21, Kelton Elliott. 99, Jeremiah Pettis. 6, Cam Grant. Number 1 is Ethan Speed. And 11 is Briar Kilgore. They just listed OF on their cards. We don't know exactly where they're going to be. First shot is past the third baseman in the left for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Brody Hopkins. As you can see, the sky is cloudy. There is a chance of rain, which is higher than 50%, unfortunately, later this afternoon. So as I was watching from my home in Pensacola, Florida, earlier last week, now that it's Sunday, it was supposed to be 50 or 60% chance of rain all day on Saturday, but Mother Nature cooperated and allowed us to get all the games in. So we're going to see, hopefully that'll continue, as we're having some sort of discussion in the pitcher's circle here. Looks like that is Alabama manager Rusty Arnett, I guess, getting his player positioned. You can see 1 foot is inside the pitcher circle and 1 is out. So the pitcher playing the pitcher has to have at least 1 foot in. Shortstop will shovel over to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. So a 6-4 fielder's choice. 1 down here in the bottom of the first. For Alabama, that was Carter Grant shoveling over to Asher Arnett for the 6-4. So all 4 outs via the 6-4 putout. Next one is a swing and a miss by Bentley Smith, the shortstop. Very interested because Alabama, you see them wearing gold and black, which is not colors you would be used to. Apparently, Beulah, Alabama is near Auburn, so most of them are Auburn fans, but there was some Alabama fans. Here we go, another 6-4 for the out. 5 in a row. 5 straight 6-4 putouts. Again, that was Grant to Arnett. So 2 down here for Blake Green. And a chopper. This one's going to the third baseman. He'll fire to second in time for the out. So little variety, not much, but a 5-4 fielder's choice. So Arkansas gets a hit. They leave 1 on, and just like that, we're through 1 inning. Less than 10 minutes on the air. That's a type of inning I like to see. As we go to the top of the second. No score between Alabama and Arkansas here in the Consi bracket of the 2018 Florida. Sorry about that. DYB World Series here on JockJive.com. Be sure to follow JockJive on Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter, we're at JockJive, and on Facebook, simply put JockJive Sports in the search engine. We'll give you scores, schedules, game highlights, event updates, and more. Twitter and Facebook, a great way to keep up with JockJive Sports, and hopefully we won't be giving you any weather updates on our Facebook page this week. Sportsmanship, it is an important part of the game of baseball. Dixie Youth Baseball awards a sportsmanship trophy for each World Series to the team which demonstrates great sportsmanship throughout the series. As adults, we should set an example for the players. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example in sportsmanship for your team. Yell for your team and not against the opposing team. As quickly we go, Carter Grant will lead off the top of the second for Team Alabama as he takes a pitch. If you're not familiar with how the Coach Pitch and Machine Pitch World Series work, it is 5 pitches per batter. If the batter fouls off pitch number 5, he'll get another pitch number 5, but it has to obviously swing at that pitch. It is chopped, and it is a fair ball. The catcher firing down to first. Oh, in and out of the glove. So an infield hit for Carter Grant. Good job there by the catcher for Arkansas, Blake Green. Bouncing out from behind the box and throwing inside of the bag to Seeger, but Seeger just couldn't put the squeeze on it. So leadoff man on for Alabama. Carter Grant now the batter. The pitch is a swing and a miss. So with this consolation bracket, it guarantees that every team here at the World Series gets at least 4 games. But all these teams here will get 4 games. Pitch is popped up on the infield. Second base going out, and puts the squeeze on it. Nice grab there at second base by K.J. Rogers. So one down here for Kelton Elliott. But unfortunately for all these teams in the Consi bracket, their World Series tournament will end today regardless. Again, the winners of the 2 Consi games will play for the championship in the Consi bracket. That'll be here on Field 3 at 5:30. The winner of this one will take on the winner of North Carolina and Lumberton. Mike Rideout's bringing you that semifinal right now over on Field 4. The pitch is a swing to the second baseman. Does he tag him as he went by? He throws to first. He got him, but I don't think he got the lead man. He missed the man coming by, but good job by Rogers sticking with it, going 4-3. Elliott forced out, but the runner Grant now at second. 2 down here for Colton Jones. Oh, actually, I take that back, folks. Did he get the double play? Apparently he did tag him as he went by. My mistake. I think the Alabama coaches, we see him questioning whether he made the tag. We're going to have a meeting between the 2 umpires here because I thought Rogers missed him as he went by. But if there's 3 outs, then apparently he did get the tag on him. We're going to see this discussion here. Unless, and I'm just speculating, that maybe the runner, Grant, was out of the baseline as he tried to avoid the tag of Rogers. No, we're going to keep watching. Because Colton Jones is in the batter's box thinking he's going to bat. And it's just 2 outs, so apparently he missed the tag. I guess everybody just lost track of the outs. So Grant is still at second. That means the Arkansas, well, you can see right side of your screen there. They're still discussing. If he missed the tag, there's only 2 outs, but if he did tag him, it's 3. So apparently he did miss the tag, so the Arkansas ball players have to go running back out there. So Colton Jones with the runner at second will now bat. Again, win or lose, these 2 teams will play again at 5:30. Question is the opponent and the field. Fields 3 and 4, the machine pitch fields for this tournament. Not sure if you can see in the crowd shot, but there's a temporary fence out there. This looks like an Ozone field or a Majors field. Obviously, we will be here starting on Saturday for the finale of the Dixie Summer, the AAA Majors and Ozone World Series. That'll start on Saturday. I think we're waiting on another player. Don't see a second baseman out there, so we're waiting. I think that's KJ Rogers, who's supposed to be at second base. There he goes. You see him enter your screen there, number 7. Colton Jones starting the game behind the plate at catcher for Team Alabama. And the first pitch he sees, he lets ride. The pitch to Jones is a swing and a ground ball. Rogers at second has it over to first in plenty of time. That'll go 4-3, and that is the third out. So another hit and another runner left on for Team Alabama. Through an inning and a half, we will head to the bottom of the second. No score in this semifinal of the Conti bracket. No score with Alabama and Arkansas. All World Series games are webcast on JockJive.com. You can click on the link on the Dixie Youth website at youth.dixie.org to view the games live and listen to the play-by-play. You can also order copies of the games after the series on JockJive. Or you can just go to JockJive Sports and look for the Dixie Youth Baseball link. Look for that drop-down menu, and you can find your games there as well. In between innings, we're going to look at the old Weather Channel app. Right now, it says it's 86, feels like 94 in the 2 o'clock hour. Chance of rain is 15, but then it jumps up to 35 at 3, 45 at 4, 35 at 5, then down to 20% at 6. So there is a little window the next few hours where we may get a drop or two, but then the percentage drops. But that percentage this morning was like 50 or 60%. So Mother Nature's doing her best to help us out here and allow us to keep the action flowing and going. JockJive will be bringing you the final 2 days of the Dixie Boys World Series, which I think is in Monroe, Louisiana, starting on Tuesday. Chuck Sebastian, who's doing coach pitch for us, will be heading that way. Line shot. Oh, caught and then dropped by the center fielder. So Caden Curtis reaching on the single. Oh, goodness. My buddy Mike Rideout over on Field 4 says we're already in a delay. Field conditions. That's not a good sign. Poor Mike Rideout was the last one to leave yesterday. He was telling me in between games there was an incident where a ball player took a ball to the face. So they obviously had to delay things considerably. So there must have been a little rain in the area overnight, and maybe that field isn't ready to be played. Ground ball right side is going to be foul. So poor Mike Rideout's had the worst luck the first 2 days. It's interesting how that plays out. That one field will be delayed, then it jumps over to another field. So case in point, my last game went 8 innings yesterday with Texas edging North Carolina 10-9. Very exciting game. Went almost 2.5 hours. As Keaton Bradley swings and misses for a strikeout. One down here.
Coming to the plate, number 22,
Reed Bradley, the batter, one of the defensive subs. Of course, every player must play 3 consecutive defensive outs or 1 inning before games end. And the pitch to Bradley, pitch number 2, is swung on and foul, tipped. You get a good look at Mr. Colton Jones hitting the foul ball. The pitch is swung on and foul, tipped. Pitch is swung on, knocked down by the second baseman, trickling into shallow right. Runner will be safe. The runner going first to third, and he will be safe. The throw is going to be way late. Now the trail runner is going to take second on the play. Throw down to second will not be in time. So runners at second and third for Arkansas.
Arkansas number 7, KJ Rogers.
As KJ Rogers will now head to the plate. Pitch is low for ball. Pitch number 2 is swung on, knocked down by the pitcher. He recovers, throws to first in time. Throw from third. The runner from third did not take off. I guess he had to freeze to see if the ball was going to be caught. So no RBI as Rogers grounds out 1-3. 2 down now. Runners still at second and third. Batter is Eli Seeger, the first baseman. Well, like I said, we just said the percentage of rain has dropped considerably since we went on the air. That's great news for us. Swung on and fouled out of play. So hopefully action is going to get started on field 4 here pretty soon. The pitch is swung on, ground ball, left side. Nice diving play by the third baseman, and they're going to tag the runner. He didn't have to go. He did not have to go. It wasn't a force. He's tagged out. The run does not score. So the fielder's choice is going to go 5 unassisted. That could be a big mistake down the stretch. It was runners at first and third, or runner at second and third, and the runner ran right into the tag. So Arkansas with 2 hits, and they leave 2 on. We're through 2. We will head to the top of the third. No score with Arkansas and Alabama here on JockJive.com. If you want to download of any game of this week's tournament, they are only $5 each. Just email info@jockjive.com. Again, info@jockjive.com. Tell us what games you want. We will send an electronic invoice that allows you to pay by debit or credit card, and the games will be on their way to you. That's info@jockjive.com for a keepsake you'll want to have for a lifetime. As we are quickly moving, which is fine by me, Jeremiah Peters, the lefty, will take a pitch. Definitely a good idea to keep the action moving here because we could get interrupted later, but we'll see. Pitch to Peters, chopper right through the legs of the pitching machine into center for a base hit. It's kind of interesting because I think we may have had the pitching machine get hit all of twice yesterday. You'd figure they'd be more, but because the pitching legs are so wide, it finds its way through a lot of times. That's exactly what happened there. As Cam Grant to the plate. Choking up on that bat by a few inches as he takes a pitch. It's the 3rd inning in a row Team Alabama's put their leadoff man aboard, but have yet to push one across. The pitch is swung on, ground ball through the pitcher machine legs again, knocked down by the second baseman, but trickles into shallow left center. It'll be another base hit. I was noticing Alabama with the gray and the black obviously doesn't look like Alabama or Auburn, but I think Alabama A&M has those colors. I think. I don't know if they're the Yellow Jackets or what, but it does have that Alabama A&M look to it, or Alabama State. The pitch lets it ride. That is Ethan Speed, number 1. The pitch is a swing and a miss. Again, apparently the other machine pitch game has yet to start. They said field conditions. That's what Mike Rideout said. So maybe if he texts us, we can find out if that game has started or not. Again, that is North Carolina and Lumberton. The state champs from here in North Carolina and the host. Ground ball to the left side. Third baseman has it. Race to the bag. He'll win it easy. That'll go 5 at assisted for out number 1. That's Caden Curtis at third base making that play as the right-handed hitting Briar Kilgore, number 11.
Coming up to bat, number 11, Briar Kilgore.
And the first pitch he sees, he lets ride. Again, in the coach pitch and machine pitch division, all 12 batters bat the entirety of the ball game. That will change next week, or actually Saturday. All 12 bat the first time through, and then it's the top 9. That's a swing and a miss. That'll apply to the AAA, the majors, and the O-Zone. And then the coaches at their discretion can reinsert those 10, 11, and 12 batters as hitters or runners as they see fit, as long as they all play 1 inning in the field. 3 consecutive defensive outs. The pitch is a chopper. The pitcher has it. Throws over to first. In time. That'll go 1-3. The throw will come home. The runner at third will obviously stay put. But the runners do advance. And now Team Alabama with a chance to jump out on top as the leadoff man, Harry Grant, to the plate. He led off with a single in the first inning. Mike Rideout with an update. He must have heard me. He says, I can't catch any breaks on field 4 as they are working on the field. The sprinklers came on and are making it worse. Oh, my goodness. The pitch popped up. Shortstop underneath it, and the catch is made. Catch made over there by its shortstop, Bentley Smith. So Team Alabama leaves 2 runners on. They've left 4 on in the ball game. In all of 27 minutes in the books, we're going to the bottom of the third. No score between Alabama and Arkansas. Here on day 2 of the 2018 DYB Machine Pitch World Series, which we're bringing to you live here at JockJive.com. The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards presented at this year's Dixie Youth Baseball World Series. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing that all cannot become winners. It is always being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves matters such as fair play, keen rivalry, careful observance of the rules, and courtesy toward your opponents. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must demonstrate good conduct and a positive attitude throughout the series, be proud and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the series, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at these Dixie Youth Baseball World Series, join the coaches and players in observing these rules of behavior while attending these games. To make this a wonderful year of fun and great memories, as these umpires must have a hot date because, boy, we are moving here. Bottom of the third. They didn't get to finish that spot and they were ready to bat. Hey, that's fine with me. We got 6 games on this field. And Mother Nature could threaten later, so keep it rolling. Amen. As the left-handed hitting Jace Rogers will have, I believe, 2 more pitches. The pitch, a chopper knocked down by the pitcher. He recovers over to first. Oh, and it's dropped. He had him in time by about 2 steps, and the first baseman couldn't hold it. So an infield hit as Rogers is aboard. Amazing stat, the leadoff batter has reached base in every half inning, and yet nobody has come in to score. Now it'll be up to Xander Villa to move the batter along. Chopper to the right side, second baseman. Oh, it hits the runner. It hits the runner. He's out. Oh, my goodness. What a lucky break for Alabama. The ball hit Rogers in the leg, so he's out. I guess if you're technically scorekeeping, that's 4 unassisted for out number 1. We're in the 3rd inning, but the scoreboard a little behind. I believe it's the 3rd inning. As Tanner McInturf to the plate. And he swings and popped one back out of play. We will head back to the championship bracket for the first time after this one. The 2:30 game here on Field 3. Louisiana and Texas will do battle. Texas a runner-up out of their pool. Louisiana won their pool. The pitch swung on, back up the box. Base hit. Center fielder has it. He'll throw into the infield, but the runner will be safe. So 2 runners on here for Team Arkansas. As Brady Hopkins at the plate, he singled his first time up and was left on. He's batting from the left side. Pitch is swung on, ground ball, knocked down by the shortstop, throw to third, will not be in time. Great effort there either way by Carter Grant, keeping it on the infield. So Arkansas has them loaded and a prime opportunity to score as DeAndre Shockley will head to the plate. Batting from the right side. Wind blowing from right to left and now starting to blow in. It popped up on the infield, third baseman chasing, and it will fall foul. We mentioned earlier that this is not a true coach pitch machine field, pitch field. It looks like it's a majors field or an ozone field. There's a temporary fence, but the fences are in, but there's still a lot of real estate down both lines. That is swung on and hit to left center field. It will be dropped. They will throw to third, but the third baseman not there in time. So a single and an RBI. DeAndre Shockley as Arkansas will take the game's first lead. Hopkins to second. McInturf to third. Xander Villa scoring the game's first run. As Bentley Smith to the plate, he reached on a fielder's choice, then was forced out on a fielder's choice back in the first. He takes a big swing and a miss. Again, both of these teams, regardless, will play at 5:30. The winners will be here. The losers over on field 4. Mike Rideout will bring you the action there. That's popped up on the infield. First baseman coming in and he drops it. Another drop. He recovers. He's going to throw home. And they got him. They got him. A fielder's choice. So that'll go 4-2 as the Arkansas coach is coming out just to get the bat, and that's all. So what could have been a costly mistake turns into a fielder's choice and an out. It goes 4-2. McInturf forced out at home. Looks like it is Arnett to Colton Jones for the put out. Big out. 2 outs here as Blake Green will bat, and he swings and misses. Alabama's defense has had some troubles catching and holding on balls in this inning. That was one of them, but boy, they got bailed out on the force at home. The pitch, swing and a miss. Again, Louisiana and Texas in a championship bracket quarterfinal. That'll be next. Scheduled for 2:30, but maybe a little later. Swung on, chopper, shortstop. Has it, bobbles from a knee, shovels over, not in time as a run scores. Runner at third thought about it, but he'll head back. So the infield hit by Green will score Brady Hopkins. It's now 2-0. Shortstop couldn't field it cleanly and almost made a nice play to get out of the inning, but inning continues as Curtis swings and misses. That was the shortstop, Grant, trying to shuffle over to Asher Arnett, but Bentley Smith gets there in time. 2-0 our score. Alabama trailing now to the boys from Searcy, Arkansas. That swung on and foul back. Caden Curtis really choking up on that bat by a couple inches. Wind starting to blow straight from right to left. Couple flags blowing in. Hopefully the folks at Lumberton did their little rain dance before today to keep us dry. It's worked so far. The pitch. Swung on, popped up. Shortstop going out. Outfielder, left center fielder coming in, and the right center fielder makes the grab. I believe that's Jeremiah Pettis on the out. So Alabama keeps the damage somewhat minimal. 2 runs scoring for Arkansas on 4 hits, but they do leave the bases loaded. They've left 6 on through 3. 35 minutes in, and we're halfway home here in this semifinal in the Consi bracket. As Alabama comes to bat, looking to rally. They trail 2-0 here on JockJive.com. JockJive Sports Productions works small events and large, from T-ball to the Toyota Center, youth sports to collegiate, audio only to full-scale production for ESPN. We do it all. To find out how we can cover your team or event, email info@jockjive.com. Dixie Youth Baseball is celebrating its 63rd year of providing fun but competitive games of baseball to leagues affiliated with the program in 11 southeastern states. All Dixie Youth officials are unpaid volunteers who devote their time and energy to servicing the leagues who play Dixie Youth rules and regular season and tournament play. Be a volunteer in your local league and help the youngsters in your community enjoy the rich traditions of the game of baseball. And with that, to the top of the 4th we go with Connor Snediger. It'll be Snediger, Arnett, and Lowry for Team Alabama. They trail 2-0. Here on the first of 6 games here on field number 3 today. The pitch. Swung on, and it is caught by, I guess that's the rover there, number 30, DeAndre Shockley. There is a circle, maybe about 15 feet behind third base. The rover could get as close to that line as possible, and he's just on the lip of the outfield grass. So Shockley making that catch. So I guess that's actually a fly out to position 10, if you would. Now Shockley all the way to the other side. And it's a chopper to the shortstop. He's got it. Fires over to first, and it's offline. It rolls into foul territory as the runner will take second. Will he take third? No, he'll stay there. So I guess an infield single and an error, moving Arnett to second base. Is Ryder Lowry to the plate. Shockley back to the right side. Might be able to see him. He's right on the lip of the outfield grass there between third and short. Lowry will let that pitch ride. Again, the winner and the loser of this one will take on either the winner or loser of the North Carolina and Lumberton game. That game was supposed to start at 1, but apparently has not. And that 5:30 game here on Field 3 will be the championship game of the consolation bracket. That's popped up a mile high on the infield. The catcher giving chase, but it will hit the top of the Alabama dugout and fall foul out of play. The pitch, swung on ground ball. Nice play by the third baseman. He looks the runner back to second, all the way across for the out. Nicely done. The runner will head to third, though, and then it goes into foul ground. Looks like the runner is going to score. So it goes 5-3. Lowry out for out number 2. Arnett comes in to score to make it a 2-1 game. That's a good, strong throw over there at third base. Caden Curtis had enough time to look the runner back and then fire across, but the runner makes a break for third and scoring on the throwing error as Carter Grant to the plate. Wind blowing in now as Carter Grant takes a pitch. He beat out an infield hit his first time. The pitch, swung on, popped up on the infield. Pitcher coming over, first base coming over, and the first baseman with the sliding catch. Nice work, Eli Seeger. Good work there as Arkansas gets out of a jam. They do give up the 1 run on the 1 base hit. They have 5 hits in the ball game. We're through 3.5. We are rolling along here in our opener. Got a good one going, Arkansas and Alabama. Boys from Searcy, Arkansas leading Beulah, Alabama 2-1. every league in Dixie Youth Baseball sets their sights each year on reaching the Dixie Youth World Series in July and August. Champions in the Ozone Majors, AAA, AA coach pitch, and AA machine pitch divisions from each state compete for the #1 position in Dixie Youth Baseball. Why not combine your vacation with a week of championship youth baseball at the Dixie Youth World Series? Next year, all 5 World Series championships will be in Ruston, Louisiana. Just like that, we go to the bottom of the 4th. I love it. Umpires keeping it going. I'm sure they're aware of the weather situation, and we're trying to get in as many as possible. As I look behind me, we see some gray and white cloud cover. Actually, it's a big sheet. Can't see any blue sky behind us, or very little of it. That is swung on, popped up. Second baseman will make the catch for Team Alabama. And he throws the first just to be safe. Nice catch there, Asher Arnett for out number 1 as Reed Bradley to the plate. Might be able to hear the wind in your crowd in my crowd mic here. It's keeping it somewhat cool out here. Somewhat cool meaning 90 instead of 100, but as long as we stay dry, we'll deal with the heat. Reed Bradley had a single and was forced out at third in his first at bat. Pitch number 2 headed his way, and he swings and misses. Apparently we've been told there are 5 fields here in this quadrant. Out there in right center field on the other side of those trees will be the 6th field that will be used starting on Saturday. The pitch is swung on, ground ball. Did it hit the machine? I think it hit the machine. He'll be safe at first. Now the question is, did it hit the pitching machine or the coach? If it hit the coach, I think you have to replay the pitch, correct? Yes. The Arkansas coach is claiming it hit the machine. Obviously, that benefits him. It did carry him off to the left. I thought it hit the pitching leg, the leg of the machine, and they're going to give him first base. So they ruled that it hit the machine. See the Arkansas coach having, I guess, a brief discussion. He's not vigorous about it, but he's trying to plead his case, saying that it hit the leg of the pitcher. But we will play on with the runner at first. Now it's KJ Rogers, and he takes pitch number 1. As we mentioned, you're allowed 5 pitches in at bat. If you foul off pitch number 5, you'll get another pitch 5, but obviously you got to keep swinging. The pitch, swing and a miss. That's how our last game of the night ended with Texas and North Carolina last night. The game went 8 innings. Davian Jones, the first baseman, fouled off at least 12 pitches on pitch number 5 and then hit a sac fly or a single to win it. Surprised he had any energy left after that at bat. Pitch is swung on and missed. And the pitch is a chopper right side past the pitcher. Second baseman has it. He'll go to short, covering second, and they get him. It'll go 4-6 on the fielder's choice for out number 2. Eli Seeger, the first baseman, to the plate. Pitch to Seeger. He lets it ride. 2-1, 43 minutes and counting. That's the type of game I like. Pitch to Seeger. Is swung on, chopper to the third baseman. He bobbles, he recovers, and everybody's going to be safe. It would have been a long throw to second had he fielded it cleanly. So an infield hit for Seeger. Rogers to second. 2 down now for Jace Rogers. Beat out an infield single his first time. And the pitch, left-hander swing, popped foul, coming back this way. Like I said, here on field 3, it looks fairly decent. You see a little bit of gray cloud cover with some white, but behind us, the percentage of gray is considerably higher. Swung on, ground ball, and it's a fair ball down the third base line. Left fielder will throw it into third, and everybody is safe. Bases loaded here for Team Arkansas. So Rogers now at third. KJ Rogers, that is. Seeger at second, and Jace Rogers at first. Big at bat in this ball game. It's Xander Villa. Arkansas looking for some insurance. The lead is right now just 1 at 2-1. As he takes pitch number 1 and swings and misses. You see Colton Jones running after that one. Pitch number 2, swung on and foul tipped at the plate, so he's got 3 more pitches, but 2 strikes. The action tomorrow, I believe, is scheduled to start at 3, and hopefully it'll start at 3, which means we got all our games in today. The pitch is swung on, ground ball, the shortstop ranging to his right. Oh, he boots it! One is going to score, and the runner falls down at third. He'll be safe, so bases will be loaded. As you can see, a big smile from Eli Seeger. He's laughing as he ate it. He's still laughing down there. But Villa does get the RBI. Seeger to third. KJ Rogers scores. Jace Rogers to second. Arkansas now leads 3-1 as Tanner McInturf. The pitch popped up right side, second baseman charging in and will make the play. Nice grab there by Asher Arnett. So Arkansas, for the second inning in a row, leaves them loaded. They've left on 9 through 4 innings. They do tack on another run, though, on the single by Xander Villa. So we will head to the top of the 5th. Arkansas up 3-1 here in the semis of the Conti bracket. 2018 DYB Machine Pitch World Series here on JockJive.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the JockJive YouTube channel. We stream all Dixie Youth Baseball, most youth sports, and high school football in the fall to our YouTube channel, and you'll want to know first what games are coming your way. Speaking of, coming this fall to JockJive.com, SWAC football, soccer, and volleyball, Tuskegee football, the ACCC game of the week, Great American Rivalries, HBCU football, Navarre and Baker High School football, Georgia Military College football, Gulf South Conference soccer, and more. Check us out often. We are JockJive Sports. 47 minutes and counting, and we're in the 5th. The baseball gods are being good to Jason right now. And Mother Nature cooperating right now. Again, as there's a big sheet of gray behind us on field 3, it's starting to creep in. Hopefully we'll be able to get all 6 of our games in here today. It'll be Luke Woolley followed by Kelton Elliott and Colton Jones. 6, 7, and 8 for Team Alabama. They trail 3-1. This is the first time Arkansas has played into the 5th inning in this tournament. Both of their losses in pool play were mercy rules in the 4th. Alabama has gone the distance in both of theirs. They lost 4-3 to South Carolina, which won their group, won their pool, then lost 15-7 to Georgia. Woolley popped out to second base his first time. We see number 30, DeAndre Shockley, playing behind the first baseman. Just on the infield dirt, but behind that white line, which is where he's supposed to play. Popped up. Now, from what I understand, the outfielders have to stay on the outside of that white line, but when a ball is hit, they can charge in over that line and make a catch, correct? Thank you, Mark Gillespie. He's watching the game with me, the assistant state director here in North Carolina. As I'm sure his media boss, Mr. Kerry Wren, is floating around somewhere. This is the state director here in North Carolina. Swung on, and that will drop into shallow left for a base hit. So Luke Woolley with the flare single, reaching base. That is the 4th time in 5 innings the leadoff man has been on for Alabama. Ouch. Got an update over on Field 4. Mike Rideout says an umpire stepped in a big hole that we believed was caused when a water pipe burst. Still in a delay on Field 4. Now 35 minutes. Goodness, hopefully that umpire's okay. Swung on, hit into right center. That's a base hit. Knocked down by the right fielder. Lead runner will head to third. The throw coming into second. There might be a play, and he is no signal. I guess he's safe. So Kelton Elliott with a double. And runners now at second and third. As a base hit now could tie things up here, it'll be Colton Jones, the catcher. Colton Jones grounded out 4-3 his first time. He lets that one ride. A base hit could tie it up here for Alabama. The pitch, a swing and a miss. In our broadcast location, we're about 10 feet to the left of home plate, as you can see by the camera shot. That's a ground ball. Second baseman has it. Throws over to first in time, but a run does score. So a 4-3 ground out by Jones will plate Luke Woolley. And Alabama now within one at 3-2. Elliott takes third on the play as Jeremiah Peters to the plate. So we're a little closer to the Alabama dugout right now. Pitch lets that one ride. So we see Shockley making his way over to the right side of the infield. Just on the infield dirt. That's popped up. First baseman giving chase, a long run for him, but it hits the netting and goes over the Arkansas dugout. The pitch, ground ball. Second baseman has it over to first in time for the out. And we're back, folks. My apologies, little technical difficulties. Unfortunately, we missed a little something here. In the bottom of the fifth, DeAndre Shockley with an infield single. And Bentley Smith struck out. Then singles by Blake Green and Caden Curtis scoring DeAndre Shockley. So we head to the top of the sixth in what is now a 4-3 lead for Team Arkansas. And thank you for somebody noticing that my audio was off. Not sure what happened there. I was connected, and then I wasn't. So we'll try it one more time. Top of the sixth, it'll be the 12th batter, Breyer Kilgore, then Harry Grant and Connor Snedeker. Just to recap, Team Alabama with 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. Arkansas with 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th. So hopefully that'll be the last little hiccup we have today.
Now batting for Alabama, number 11, Breyer Kilgore.
As number 11, Breyer Kilgore to the plate, and he takes a pitch. So again, the winner of this one will take on the winner of the North Carolina Lumberton game, which unfortunately is very delayed. Some sort of field issue over there on field 4. That is swung on, and that will drop into shallow right for a base hit. The tying run on here for Alabama. Top of the lineup now with Harry Grant, who is 1 for 2. So Alabama needs a run. The pitch. Lets it ride. So we're in exactly 1 hour into our coverage, and we're in the top of the 6th. How about we get 5 more games just like that? The pitch swung on, hit down the right field line, and will drop for a fair ball. The lead runner around second. He's headed to third. Right fielder throwing into second. Could have a play at second, and he's going to be safe. Throw in home, not in time. So a double down the right field line for Harry Grant. So the tying and go-ahead runs on here for Team Alabama in the top of the 6th for Connor Snedeker, who is 0 for 2. Fielder's choice and a pop-out. And the pitch lets it ride. The pitch popped up on the infield. The catcher can't find it. Now he finds it. Now he's hustling. It'll drop foul. We mentioned this earlier that this is not a true coach pitch, machine pitch field. It looks like an ozone or a majors field, which means with the bigger field, there's a lot of real estate down both sides. So these little legs, kind of hard to track down foul balls. The pitch swung on, line drive, caught by the second baseman, over to second, and he's back safely. Nice grab over there, K.J. Rogers, 1 down. But by far out of the woods as again, a base hit for Alabama could give them the lead. Asher Arnett has been on base twice as we see Shockley go flying across the screen there to right field. Again, outfielders must stay outside of that white line, which is maybe 10 feet from the grass, the cut of the grass into the outfield. Pitch number 2. Swung on, chopper. Shortstop charging. He's got it, and they'll throw home, but he's going to be safe. Nice grab by the catcher to keep it from going to the backstop. That would have given Alabama the lead. But the RBI from Arnett scores Kilgore. We are tied at 4. Runners now at the corners for the boys from Beulah. Ryder Lowry, the batter. Lowry with a fielder's choice and a ground out. As he lets that one ride. Lowry looking for his first hit. It'd be a big one. It would give his team the lead here in the top of the 6th. And the pitch swung on, chopper. It is a fair ball. The third baseman will go to second. And he's off the bag, so he's safe, and the go-ahead run scores. Nice job there. K.J. Rogers did all he could to keep his toe on the bag, fully laying out, but he got pulled off the bag. So the infield hit from Lowry gives the Alabama the 5-4 lead. As Harry Grant scores. 2 runs in for Alabama and still only 1 out. It is Carter Grant. He'll take a pitch. Now again, the winner of this one and the loser of this one will get either the winner or the loser of the North Carolina and Lumberton matchup that was supposed to start about an hour ago. I'm not sure if they still have yet or not. Ground ball to the shortstop. It gets past him. Oh, and past the outfielder. We got a foot race. One is going to score. Runner around third. He's going to score. The runner headed to third. We may have a play at third to throw to third. He will be, oh, he's off the bag. He overran the bag, but they will get 2 runs. As Carter Grant took the wide turnaround third and could not get back in time, so he is tagged out. I guess it goes 10-5, but he does get 2 RBIs. Makes it 7-4. So 3 runs make it 4 for Team Alabama here in this top of the 6th. As Shockley runs across to the right side as the left-handed hitting Woolley will hit a chopper to the pitcher. He has it, turns, fires, plenty of time over to first. 1-3, but Team Alabama with a 4-run 6th. They do it on 4 hits. They leave none. So Arkansas 3 outs to work with here in this semifinal of the consolation bracket here at the 2018 Florida DYB World Series here on JockJive.com. Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards presented at these Dixie Youth World Series. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It's always being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves matters such as fair play, keen rivalry, careful observance of the rules, and courtesy toward your opponents. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude throughout the series, be proud and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the series, have fans and umpires that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams, and be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at these Dixie Youth Baseball World Series join the coaches and players in observing these rules of behavior while attending the games. Let's make this a wonderful year of fun and great memories. As the play is made 5-3, good strong throw there by Alabama's Connor Snedeker, but it pulled the first baseman into the baseline. Ryder Lowry bumps into Reed Bradley, but the out is recorded. Arkansas is going to state their case as they're going to call interference, but the out would have been made. He would have had him by a couple steps, and I think that's what the umpires are explaining. So a brief discussion, and we have one down here in the 6th. It's K.J. Rogers. Luckily, no one was injured on that collision down there. That's how injuries happen. As K.J. Rogers, who grounded out to the pitcher and reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 4th. Again, Alabama with 6 runs in the last 2 innings have taken a 7-4 lead. The pitch is swung on, line drive, 1 hop to the pitcher, over to first, in time, 1-3, 2 down. It'll be up to Eli Seeger, who's been on base twice. He reached on a fielder's choice and then reached on an infield single. Arkansas needs 3. And the pitch, he lets it ride. So 4 more here for Eli Seeger, the first baseman. Pitch number 2, swung on and missed. So he's got 3 pitches and 2 strikes left to work with. Again, it'll be Texas and Louisiana next. That'll be a championship bracket quarter. Louisiana winning their pool. Texas was a runner-up. The pitch, swing and a miss. That's strike 2. So 2 more pitches and 2 strikes. as Jace Rogers waits on deck, but he needs Seeger to continue it. 2 strikes and 2 pitches to go. Pitch number 4. It is swung on and missed, and that will do it. So Team Alabama with a late surge. Again, 2 in the 5th and 4 in the 6th. They win this semifinal. Over Team Arkansas, your final score is 7-4. So Alabama will stay here on Field 3 and play the 5:30 game against the winner of the North Carolina Lumberton game. Arkansas will drop into the 3rd place game in the Consi bracket, playing over on Field 4 at 5:30 Eastern. But again, that may be a little later than 5:30 Eastern because of the delay we're having in our first game. They'll take on the loser of the North Carolina Lumberton match. So that'll do it here. 1 down, 5 to go here on Field 3. So Jason Thompson signing off, wishing you, wherever you tune in today, a pleasant afternoon.